Alright everybody, this is a frequently asked question video. A lot of topics that I get asked a lot of times by the new people. So let's go over it as quickly as possible. Taxes. Taxes are generally on a 30-day plan. It progresses upwards. And the reason why we do it is to fund new cities, new projects, and to ensure the bank has money and resources to fight wars. Next would be joining Gov. Joining Gov is pretty easy. All you gotta do is send you send either Vectivus Lee, Piggy, or Abby a message on Discord or in game. Abby does FA, which is talking to people. Lee does military, which is pretty much you're helping them out with war stuff. Piggy does internal affairs, which is just like helping new people out, admitting new people, interviewing people that want to join. And Vectivus does econ, so you're making sure everybody's running an optimal setup so they can make as much money as possible. Raids. Okay, raids are pretty important. Pretty much what you need to do is when you want to raid somebody, you don't raid anyone that's like significant. So they're like what, number 9, and they're tied to number 1 the leaderboards. So you don't want to raid this guy. You need to raid somebody that like has no ties to anybody else. So generally that's gonna be, like usually on the past 50 people like this. They're tied to nobody important. These are like just Michaels and crap. So you can raise somebody from here. Best suggestion is just to ask somebody on Discord. You can just pull up operations, which is like, obviously war discussions, and then do the raid, and then someone will come to you asking you about it, like give you some more information about it. All right, grants. We paid 10 cities obviously, and all the projects that would be most beneficial. We don't usually pay for like the super expensive projects because by the time you need those, you should be able to pay them yourself. And I think we pay half of that though, a good portion to where it's like you're not spending a whole lot of money on it because of obviously the taxes go pretty high here, so we help alleviate that. Wars. A lot of people always wonder why we have wars. We don't have wars as often, or when's the war gonna happen, whatever. Well, wars are pretty costly in general. So, like for instance, we need war chests, right? For each nation needs war chests so they can fight wars for a certain amount of time. As you can see, this is what I currently have. Typically, what you need 2,500 gas per city. Same with munitions. Then 2,000 steel per city, and then 1.5 thousand, yeah, 1,500 for aluminum per city. So let's just add that up real quick. So 15 times, for gas, 2,500. So that's how much I need for gas and munitions. As you can see, I don't have it for gas, I have it for munitions. It takes a long time to get that because it requires a lot of money. I mean, let's just add this up. So I need like 37,000 for gas. Let's see what it's selling for right now. Alright, per unit, 35, let's just take 35.50. Alright, 35.50 times 37,000. Let's just say that. I know it's more, but let's just get that. So it requires, what's that? 131 million. That's how much I gotta spend on gas to get the correct war chest. It's a lot of money. Although this is like an inflated price right now, but it's just in general it adds up because you need that, you need munitions, you need steel, you need aluminum, and you will need food. I make food, so I don't have to worry about it. But you gotta think everybody needs a war chest, and then not only that, but the bank needs a war chest. So that's a big reason why they don't happen as often as you probably like. That goes over war chests as well. Another thing with wars is you really need to be active as possible. You need to be on Discord as much as possible, talking in operations ideally. And then that's my best advice. Everybody that's usually active on Discord does really well in war, and the people that aren't, usually you can easily pinpoint them out because they have less, they do less damage in general, and don't perform as well as the people that are active. All right, let's go over something else. Treaty web. I can't show you treaty web right now because for some reason it's down, as you can see, blank screen. But best advice is there's two spheres. One sphere would be like TKR is tied to Pantheon, who's tied to like a few other people. That's how a sphere is made. And then you have MPO, who's tied to me, us, who's tied to like Acadia, for example. So there's another sphere. I mean, it's more in depth, but just know that like people are tied to other people, and that's how a sphere is made. And right now there's only two. Let's go over audits. Audits pretty simple. All you gotta do is go to audit request on Discord, and you say audit plus your nation name. So mine has a space, so that's why I have a space there. And then you press enter. And you see the bot, it's working right now. It gives us the most optimal setup for your nation. So it looks over past 60 days period on the trades. So it looks at his history, and it says, well, based on the history, this would be your most optimal setup. And that's what it gives me. So what you'll do is you'll just copy this, and then you go to cities, press a city, import, right next to improvements, and then you'll paste it. This is just one city though. So if you want to bulk import to all cities, you press that, paste it, and you gotta press this button, or this little checkbox, import to all cities. Okay, I obviously already have it, so it's gonna tell me it didn't do anything. But for you, it should say it'll do something, but if you don't have enough money or whatever, eventually it'll go red. Or if you don't have enough resources, it'll go red at one of these cities and continually go red down, saying you don't have enough, blah, 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 blah. So if you don't, then you just need to go back, and if you have money at all, you need to trade it. Trade for whatever you need, so that way you can build whatever you need to make your city optimal. A lot of times you'll need to have, like, for instance me, I need to import Boxic, or whatever the hell it's called. I use 306 tons per day, so like I'll have to trade for it eventually. So I'll have to go here, find Boxit, whatever you call it, and then buy some to make sure like I have enough to continually make aluminum, because that's what I need to make aluminum is Boxic or whatever. Now it might tell you you need to buy uranium because you don't make any, or whatever, or you might need to buy food. Everybody's gonna be different, but you need to pay attention to this, because if you're in the negatives, you need to buy that. Like, even though you have to buy it, it still takes into account all that stuff to give you the most optimal setup. Alright, well that's it. Hopefully I answered some questions you had. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me.